Welcome to UFC Vegas 98. After a stretch of big events, we return to the UFC Apex for an action-packed card. Let's break down the matchups. Starting with Clayton Carpenter versus Lucas Rocha, Carpenter's grappling skills should be too much for Rocha, who has struggled against high-level grapplers. Expect Carpenter to dominate on the ground and control the fight. Next, Daniel Argueta versus Cody Haddon is another fight where grappling will be key. Argueta's experience and ability to control opponents on the mat should give him the edge over Haddon, who hasn't faced this level of competition yet. Then we have Chris Barnett versus Junior Tafa. Barnett is tough and unpredictable. While Tafa's knockout power is dangerous early, Barnett could survive the storm and turn the fight around in later rounds. In Themba Gorimbo versus Nico Price, Gorimbo's wrestling could neutralize Price's wild style. Price is always a danger, but Gorimbo's ability to control opponents on the ground will likely give him the advantage. For Jonathan Pierce versus Pat Sabatini, this is a grappling battle. Pierce is relentless with his wrestling, but Sabatini's submission game could be the difference. Sabatini's slick ground game might be enough to win the scrambles and secure the victory. Moving on to Carlos Vergara versus Ramazanbek Tamirov. Vergara's pressure and aggressive style should overwhelm the UFC newcomer Tamirov, who hasn't faced this kind of opposition. In Chidi Njokuani versus Jared Gooden, Njokuani's technical striking and range control should help him avoid Gooden's power and pick him apart from the outside. Abdulrazak Alhassan versus Joshua Fremd is a fight where Alhassan's explosive power is the key. Fremd has durability, but if he can't impose his own game plan, he's at risk of getting knocked out early by Alhassan's aggression. Next, in Daniel Rodriguez versus Alex Morono, Rodriguez's powerful striking should overwhelm Morono, who's struggled defensively in recent fights. Rodriguez's pressure will likely give him the upper hand. In Julia Pilastri versus Corey McKenna, McKenna's grappling will be key. Pilastri's striking is solid, but McKenna's wrestling and top control should allow her to dictate the fight. For Grant Dawson versus Rafa Garcia, Dawson's relentless wrestling should wear down Garcia, who hasn't faced an opponent with Dawson's grappling ability. Dawson's top control will likely lead him to a dominant win. In Brad Tavares versus Jun Yong Park, Tavares's takedown defense will be crucial. Park's grappling could pose a threat, but Tavares's experience and ability to keep the fight standing should give him the edge. Finally, Brandon Royval versus Tatsuro Taira will showcase Taira's grappling skills. Royval is dangerous but struggles with takedown defense, and Taira should control the fight on the mat, positioning himself as a future title contender. Remember to consider each fight individually when betting. Each matchup has its own dynamics, so be cautious of bundling them all into one bet.